This Netflix movie ruined a masterpiece? You won't believe what they did to Inside Man. If you're a fan of Inside Man, the legendary 2006 Spike Lee crime thriller with Denzel Washington, stop what you're doing. I'm about to drop a bombshell that'll make your jaw hit the floor. Brace yourselves, because Inside Man Most Wanted, the so-called sequel now streaming on Netflix, has left fans of the original completely screaming in disbelief. Is this a joke? Or did Hollywood just cross the line? It all started innocently enough. While browsing Netflix one lazy night, I spotted a bank robbery flick with a title suspiciously similar to my all-time favorite crime thriller, Inside Man. I thought, no way, this is just a cheap knockoff trying to cash in on a classic name. But curiosity got the best of me and I clicked play anyway. And I couldn't believe what I saw next. Turns out, this isn't just some random crime flick. It's the official follow-up to Spike Lee's iconic film, Inside Man Most Wanted. Yes, you heard that right. This is the sequel. But hold on, before you get excited, let me just say, prepare for your heart to sink. This movie is, well, it's not what you think. A sequel with a budget gap the size of the Grand Canyon. I mean, the shock didn't stop there. As the film unfolded, I couldn't help but feel my jaw drop further. The budget difference between this film and the original is insane. The CGI looked like it came straight out of a high school project. And the acting? Let's just say there were times I could practically hear the actors knowing they were on cameras. They weren't just acting, they were aware they were being filmed. Don't even get me started on the writing. The plot felt like a bad Lifetime movie, one-dimensional, predictable, and lacking the depth and grit that made the first Inside Man a masterpiece. The twists, some were just confusing, others straight up awkward. I can't even get my head around the whole Nazi gold plot. Like, why was it even necessary? Gold is gold, right? This isn't just a sequel. It's a tragedy. The more I watched, the more I couldn't help but feel that this film was ruining the legacy of the original. I kept asking myself, how could this movie even be allowed to exist? It's like letting someone paint over the Mona Lisa. No exaggeration, Inside Man was a modern-day masterpiece, perfect in every way. The story, the cast, the direction. How could anyone think they could follow that up with something like this? And then it hit me. This isn't a sequel. It's a cheap, lazy cash grab. I mean, what were they even thinking? The acting, MESS, the pacing, slower than a snail's pace. I almost fell asleep. But let me guess. It was straight to DVD quality, right? Bingo. If you're in the mood for a bank heist movie that feels like it was made by a high school film club, this is the one for you. A plot that tries to be smart but falls flat. The movie tries to hook you with a plotline involving a Federal Reserve bank heist, Nazi gold, and a group of robbers led by a mysterious woman named Most Wanted. The FBI and NYPD join forces and suddenly we're thrown into a whirlwind of hostage negotiations, SWAT team chaos, and a desperate race to uncover the truth. Sounds cool, right? Well, not really. The pacing drags like you wouldn't believe, and by the time the big twists hit in the final 30 minutes, you're already so checked out that they barely register. Even when they tried to throw in a little surprise, it just felt like they were desperately trying to make you care. Spoiler alert, I didn't. Where's the spark from the original? In a desperate attempt to bring some of the original film's magic, they reference the unforgettable hostage negotiator, Keith Frazier, Denzel Washington, in a few scenes. But guess what? It was all lip service. They tried to squeeze in a connection to the original movie, but it just felt awkward and forced. The original was all about chemistry, powerful, magnetic characters who left a lasting impact. This sequel, not so much. Could this be the end of Hollywood as we know it? Let's talk about Hollywood for a minute, because Inside Man Most Wanted is the kind of lazy filmmaking that makes you wonder if anyone cares about quality anymore. The cinematography is flat, the lighting is terrible, and don't even get me started on the music. If you want to know where movies went wrong, this is it. They should have just left Inside Man as the masterpiece it was, because this sequel does nothing but tarnish the legacy. You've got better things to do than watch this. Want my advice? Skip this disaster. Even if you're bored on a long flight or stuck in traffic, there's no reason to waste your time with this thing. The only thing it's good for is, well, nothing. If you want a real thriller, go back and watch the original Inside Man. You'll thank me later. Here's the real kicker. I still can't shake the feeling that someone, somewhere is regretting letting this movie out into the world. It's an insult to fans of the original and a disaster for anyone hoping for an exciting follow-up. Save yourself the agony and just rewatch Spike Lee's 2006 gem. Trust me, you'll thank yourself. What do you think of Inside Man, Most Wanted? Drop your thoughts below. I can't be the only one who's shocked by how bad this turned out, right?